Dear all, it's said that focus on fixing the problem and never focus on the blame. Saying this, I would like to welcome everybody in today's Utthaan Wellness session. We are at the inauguration of the new topic, which we are starting from today, dealing with blame game. I would like to request all the speaker to, I would request to have the digital bouquet to welcome all our speakers today.
Jindal Stainless JSL Limited.
स्वागत करते हैं दिल से आपका, अभिनंदन करते दिल से आपका।
स्वागत करते हैं दिल से आपका।
Thank you. May I have the promo video for this new series, please?
And Jindal Industries presents a series on dealing with blame
न
game.
दुख देना न दुख लेना, दुख देने वाले कितनी भी ट्रायल करे आपको दुखी करने की, आप उसको दुख लो मत। हम उसके बदले में जो मुझे भगवान से दुआएं मिल रही है उसको दुआ मिल जाए।
दिल से देते चलो दुआएं, सबका भला हो, सब सुख पाए।
निर्भर means they are not behaving right, वो बहुत गलत कर रहे हैं, but I can be respectful because my response is my choice, not they irritated me. ये तो कमज़ोर मन होता है। तो हमारा रिमोट कंट्रोल औरों के हाथ में चला गया। किसी ने अच्छे से बात की तो हम खुश, किसी ने कुछ ऑपोजिट कर दिया हम यहाँ। तो हमारा मन ही हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, तो बाकी क्या करेंगे।
दिल की दुआओं में बड़ा ही असर है, दिल की दुआओं में बड़ा ही असर है, दिल की दुआएं जिसे वो बेफिक्र है, दिल की दुआएं जिसे वो बेफिक्र है। So, Utthaan Wellness welcomes all this February 2023 every Tuesday to the new series Dealing with Blame Game.
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Sangeeta Didi to share her valuable thoughts on the new series and shower her blessings on us.
Om Shanti. Good morning, all of you. And would like to, if everyone could welcome this new series with the videos on, then we would feel that it's a new one. So thank you. And once again, we also welcome our special speaker, guest speaker of this series, Kamlesh Ben. And with this starting of this new series, Blame Game, तो उसमें I think so it's a very common emotion or common habit, I should say, and very normal habit. तुरंत हम किसी और पर लगा देते रहते हैं, ये बहुत normal है ना। और फिर and then we are very comfortable also when we put the blame on others. In fact, we can actually live peacefully after putting the blame. It goes to that extent also. So therefore, it's a very deep emotion, a very deep mistake, and also a very strong culture, which is going on for years together. And that's the reason why we are not able to improve a lot. फिर हम कह देते finally, ये खराब है, ये खराब है, जमाना ही खराब है, तब तो अब हम कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते क्योंकि जमाना ही ऐसा है। So but then finally, what is our contribution in the whole scenario for whatever we are saying कि ये खराब है, system खराब है, या maybe family में ये खराब है. कभी-कभी हम like even for the children also we can blame them कि it's because of the media, because of the संगत, कंपनी ऐसी है इसलिए बच्चे ऐसे हैं. लेकिन हमारा भी कुछ कंट्रीब्यूशन है बच्चे की जो भी आज संस्कार है. Maybe we are not able to understand that because blame करने की habit है. So therefore I think so it's a very special series which is even new for us, dealing with blame game. We might have taken a very small thing about it in many of our sessions, but not in a full-fledged manner where we could scientifically, logically, spiritually also understand it and get rid of it. तो इसलिए इसमें बहुत सारी बातें होगी कि एलिगेशंस को कैसे हैंडल करना है और एक्यूजेशंस को कैसे हैंडल करना है, मिस्टेक्स को कैसे हैंडल करना है, खुद की मिस्टेक, दूसरों की भी मिस्टेक. So these are the all things which will be covered. Insults को भी कैसे हैंडल करना है, तो ये सब कवर होगा. तो I'm sure it would be very much our hearts issues speaking by somebody. It could be like that. ठीक है ना. तो इसलिए आज हमारे आदरणीय कमलेश बहन, I think so she had been with you earlier, Kamlesh bhai. Earlier I remember calling you, but it was long back. So a very
I think we lost
one of the
Kamlesh.
part of the series of blame, and now we listen to her. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Sangeeta Didi. Kamlesh Didi, we are blessed to have you for today's session here. Looking forward to have the best learnings at the very beginning of the series. Thank you for being with us here today. Now I request you to please take over the session.
So before starting, I would just like to introduce Kamlesh Didi. She's been in this knowledge since 50 years, I think so, Kamlesh bhai. 45 years.
55.
55 years
Yeah.
in this knowledge. And right from the childhood, she was in this knowledge. And our teacher, my teacher also in my, until now, to guide us in many of our entrepreneurs. And she's been based in Santa Cruz, Mumbai, and handling the whole of that subzone, Santa Cruz subzone, which covers Khar and Mahim and etc. These are the areas. And we have many wings in our organization which caters to that particular section of the community. So one of the wings is shipping and aviation, which covers all the airlines, etc. And we deliver the spiritual knowledge to these airlines. So she's the national coordinator of that wing and very, very active. I should say very hardworking, example for all of us. So it's very honor today for us to have you with us. Once again, welcome, Kamlesh. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Sangeeta Ben, Pushpanjali Ben, and I welcome from the core of my heart all of you from Jindal Stillness, those who have joined today. As it is mentioned, that it is very interesting, the series, the topic of the series is very interesting. And definitely it has become a part of our habit to blame others. And there can be many aspects about it. Because it is a series, as Sangeeta Ben has said, that we will be sharing our views, how to deal with the accusations, how to deal with the insults, how to deal with the mistakes. Also, so today I'm going to share my views little bit on dealing with the mistakes. Because normally how we blame people, and when we start blaming people, then we start committing mistakes when there are mistakes. So dealing with mistakes, a thought arose in my mind when Sangeeta went told me this topic. Is it okay to make mistakes? This question arose in my mind. कि क्या ये ठीक है, गलतियां करना क्या ठीक है क्या? कि जरा आप सोचना, you just give a thought to it, and in the last you come to the conclusion. In my childhood, I heard from my mother, मनुष्य मात्र भूल का पात्र. And second thing, she used to tell, being a girl, being in a female body, naturally in our homes, we are told certain domestic, work, कुछ तो करना सिखाते हैं. जैसे एजुकेशन के साथ साथ कुछ आपके डोमेस्टिक जॉब्स कुछ होती हैं, वो भी आपको आनी चाहिए. तो शी यूज्ड टू से, अगर हाथ जलेगा नहीं तो खाना बनाना सीखेंगे कैसे? शी यूज्ड टू से लाइक दैट. तो मुझे वो सब बातें याद आने लगी जब when this thought came to my mind, कि is it okay to make certain mistakes in the life? And how I see mistakes, I think so, it's a learning process. It's a learning process. One of the writers has said, if you are not making mistakes, it means you are doing nothing. कुछ करेंगे तो कुछ गलत होगा, कुछ सही होगा. And I'm also reminded of one scientist, Edison, when his factory was burned, and he was at that time about 60s, in his 60s, 62 or something like that. And someone commented, and immediately he said, all our mistakes are burned. Let us start new. So my point of view is this: how to handle the mistakes, how to deal with the mistakes. First, we have to understand. So I'm going to show you small this PPT. And this is a question for all of us. And what this question is, how you see your mistakes, means how I see my mistakes. If I have committed a mistake, कुछ मुझसे गलती हो गई, तो how I look at that mistake? How? Can you answer? We see our mistakes very naturally, and we become ignorant about our mistake, because we consider it as an act of ignorance, error. कुछ गलती भी हो गई हमसे, हम उसको क्या समझते, ठीक है ना, हो गई ना, okay, fine. We do not give a very big view by thinking repeatedly. Normally हम क्या करते हैं कि हमारी गलती को बहुत छोटा सी रूप में लेते हैं, और छोटे से रूप में लेके, और कभी कभी if मुझसे कोई बड़ी गलती हो जाती है, if I am doing some big mistake, then normally I start putting blames on others. Why it happened? Because this was the reason. He did it like this. He behaved like this. He did not cooperate with me. The circumstances were like that. This is why it had been done by me. I was not aware of it. We start putting blame on the external influences, isn't it? Now, the another aspect of it, when I commit my mistake, I look at it is very small mistake, a small error, an act of ignorance. But if, and at that time, what happens? When we commit a mistake, we make a mistake, we become a judge of ourselves. We become not judge, we become liar of ourselves. हम अपने वकील बन जाते हैं. और हम अपने वकील कैसे बन जाते हैं? We try to justify the mistake. We reason out. ये ऐसा इसलिए हुआ, ये ऐसा इसलिए हुआ, तभी ये मिस्टेक हुई. And now the next one, I have to say my reactions to others' mistake. अगर कोई दूसरा गलती करता है, सेम गलती, तो what is my reaction? Just think of a child and an elderly person at the home. Fine. आप जा रहे हैं रास्ते में, आप अपने रूम में जा रहे हैं, चलते चलते वहां एक पानी का गिलास रखा था और आपकी टक्कर हो गई पानी के गिलास से और पानी गिर गया. What will you say? ये पानी किसने रखा था? ये गिलास किसने रखा पानी का? इसको ठीक स्थान पर रखना चाहिए था, राइट? और अगर वो पानी का गिलास आपने रखा होता और किसी छोटे बच्चे से गिर जाता, तो हमारा रिएक्शन क्या होता था कि आप देखकर नहीं चलते हो, देखना चाहिए ना पानी का गिलास रखा है. सेम थिंग हैपेंस एट द प्रोफेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म. जब हम प्रोफेशनल लेवल पर होते हैं, हमसे कोई गलती होती है, तो हम क्या करते हैं? वी always think the other person is to be blamed. Or if I commit a mistake, then what happens? Then also I think that the other person is responsible for that. Hardly we take our responsibility for the mistakes done by us, or it is committed by others. And normally, so this is why this question is, which we need to think. When I see people doing mistakes, do I become a judge or I become a lawyer? What will be your answer? You can note down on your sheets. When you see people doing mistakes, do I become a lawyer or a judge? उस समय हम क्या बन जाते हैं? हमारा देखने का नजरिया जज का होता है या लॉयर का होता है? You may note down. And then mostly observation says and the experience says we become judge for others. We start judging their mistakes. उसने ऐसा क्यों किया होगा, ऐसा उसको करना नहीं चाहिए था. He must have known his position or her position. And in this way, what we do, we start writing the script of other people. And who starts writing the script of other people? I myself, my mind. When my mind starts creating the script of other people, then what happens? And what is the script? कहाँ से ये शुरू हुआ था और कहाँ पर ये खत्म होना है, हम उसका बिगिनिंग से लेके एंड तक उसको लिखना शुरू करते हैं. And not only this, we start describing, we start relating to others. And in this process of relating and describing to others, what happens? We pollute our mind. So the second question we need to ask ourselves, why do we write script of others' mistakes in our mind? Who is a loser? Why? You may note down. Is there any specific answer for this question? Is this, if I am writing the script of others' mistake, is it going to give me some benefit or profit? And the result is, I pollute my own mind. And why do I pollute my mind? My mind, I become emotionally disturbed. So many thoughts keep on arising in my mind. And all those thoughts, if you see, वो सभी thoughts जो होंगे, उनकी quality जो होगी, वो negative होगी, या passive होगी, या उनकी quality जो है वो waste quality होगी. वो कहीं भी beneficial quality की नहीं होंगे. तो हम क्या करते हैं result में, next slide please, result में हम क्या करते हैं? We pollute our mind, and हमारा mind, our mind becomes like a waste basket in which number of thoughts are there. And if you ever happen to note your mind, when we are thinking about others' mistakes, that time the speed of thoughts is very fast. And when we are thinking of others' qualities, that time the speed of thoughts is very slow. But what we are doing? We are thinking of others' mistake. We are polluting our mind. You may think mistakes are committed by others. We are working in an organization and we have to rectify those, and we have to think about those mistakes. We have to rectify them. We have to correct them. It's all right. Lekin, in practical life, what happens? We are polluting our mind. There is emotional disturbance. There is mental disturbance. We lose our peace of mind. Or peace of mind जब lose होता है, we cannot take right decisions. We cannot take right decisions. Because my thinking, I am trying to impose my thinking on other people. And then what is required? What is the need of time? The need of the time is self-healing. What is self-healing? Healing yourself is the need of the time. And why I need to heal myself? Because I created a mistake, I realize it, I correct myself, okay, fine. But when the others people create mistake, I become conscious of that, I start thinking about that, it means I am polluting my mind, I am disturbing my mind. मेरा मन के ऊपर external influences का, whether वो व्यक्ति मेरे साथ काम करने वाला है या organization में काम करने वाला है या मेरे साथ रहने वाला है या situation ऐसी create हुई है, उसका प्रभाव मेरे मन पर पड़ रहा है और जिसके कारण I am not able to concentrate, I am not able to focus on my job. So what is healing? Healing is the process of creating good wishes and pure feelings. And when there is when we are focusing on others' mistake, what happens? What is the loss? Personally, and maybe in the organization, there are crack formations. Cracks between the people, between the colleagues, between the departmental heads and the employees, between the management and the employees. So there are crack formations. And self-healing is the process when I start looking at myself, because we say self-healing is a process where we start creating good wishes and pure feelings for others. And this is a process in which I am not focusing on the mistake itself, but I am focusing on the solution. And I am focusing on giving good vibes to the people or to the person who has committed a mistake. And this process itself, it becomes like a seal, and the cracks which were formed because of focusing on others' mistake, all the cracks are sealed. So in brief, we can say, what is this self-healing process? Next slide, please. Self-healing is creating good wishes and pure feelings for one and all. हर एक के लिए हमारे मन के अंदर शुभ भावना हो, हर एक के अंदर हम हर एक व्यक्ति के लिए हमारे अंदर एक शुद्ध भावना, एक प्योर फीलिंग्स हो. जब हमारे मन में वो प्योर फीलिंग्स होंगी तो हम दूसरे को जब गुड वाइब्रेशन देंगे तो he will be able to empower himself. So this is a process of self-healing when we can have good wishes and pure feelings for one and all, for myself also, because for myself also means I'm not allowing myself to get influenced by the external happenings. And at the same time, I'm also allowing myself to create good vibrations for the person who might be responsible for making the mistakes. Or I am also creating good vibrations. I'm also giving pure feelings to all those who are responsible for that. So in this way, I'm creating a good environment. I'm reminded of one thing, which is said, to commit a mistake is not a mistake, but to become conscious of a mistake is a blunder. So we need not become conscious of our mistakes. We need not be conscious of others' mistake. Rather than we should focus on our good feelings. I think so. This is one of the aspects how we can deal with others' mistakes and also our own mistakes, so that we can rectify and so that we can put into practice and progress as an organization and progress as a person. So today's homework is what we have to do during this week. This week's joyful homework is, when you see people making mistakes, focus on the energy of blessings. And that time, think, my job is to give love and blessings. What do I mean by this? Love in the form of cooperation. Love and blessings in the form of giving some energy, good energy. Love in the form of respect and regard. Love in the form of friendship. So my job is to give love and blessings. Let me give a good hand to help him. So why I am here in this family, in this Jindal family? I am here to send good vibes. I am here to give love and blessings. This is this week's homework, which we have to do throughout the week, and enjoy your days. And how can it be possible? It is possible only through meditation. Now, for 5 minutes, we will be doing meditation. Okay? Yes. Just shut down from your consciousness all your roles that you are playing at the moment. Forget the consciousness of all your roles and routines. Think yourself a conscient entity. Very much detached from this body. The life energy, the living power, I, the real self, the creator of thoughts. I am the creator of thoughts. It is my choice what to think and what not to think, what to accept, what not to accept. I am the master. My mind is like a garden. Just visualize your mind like a garden in which there are a number of fragrant flowers, colorful, fragrant flowers. All these colorful, fragrant flowers are my values. I'm taking a round of this garden. I look every nook and corner of this garden. And while looking around, I find there are a few thorns which are here and there. I have not planted these thorns. These thorns, they have just come out. Maybe because of my ignorance, but they are there. Now, being the creator, I create a thought that I will definitely wipe out all these thorns, all these weeds of negative, waste thinking, unnecessary thinking from the garden of my mind, because they spoil the beauty of the garden. I am peace. I am pure. I am positive. I will stick on these values. I'll keep on looking these flowers of peace, purity, and positivity in the garden of my mind. Oh, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti.
Thank you, Kamlesh Didi. Truly the best learnings for the upcoming week and to practice further. Thank you for educating us on the new series and sharing your experiences, which are much more important to make us understand how we can go through the situations comes across us. Dear all, let's meet in next week with the learnings and the experiences to share on the same platform. I request everybody to have a good day and let's meet next week. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for attending the session today and Om Shanti everyone.
Om Shanti, everyone. Yes.